you could get a good scholarship. So, Nygard ain't the only person in Lightfoot Key with helping Bahamians. But this Save the Base group have a personal agenda, and it's being forwarded by rich people to fool people like me and you who don't see that Nygard is like an emancipator. Who he think he is, bringing these busload of niggas in the back here. Yeah, that's what this about.
You heard it from Vivian Whylly. Vivian Whylly says that this thing is all about racial.
Moss is working for bacon. Save the Base is working for bacon.
And they've admitted publicly being financed by him.
Yeah, so his interest is to destroy Peter Nygard. What has Louis Bacon done for us but cause controversy in the court? What has he done? Right now, I have to look.
He's saving the base.
Man, look here, that's a new way for trying to discriminate. First it was slavery, now it's the environment. You know how much people get killed? Listen, man, the Jews tell their children 2 words: never forget. 6 million Jews or more, let's say 10 million, got killed during the Second World War in Europe and around the world. Brother Thompson, do you know that during the diaspora, over 100 million Africans left Africa? Only 50 million of them arrived from Africa to the New World. 50 million Africans were thrown overboard, jumped overboard, or whatever. And we don't tell our children nothing about that. We were made to feel that we had it coming.
Tie that into Nygard. Tie that in. How does that tie in?
Nygard is teaching the little children, you could live in Lightfoot Key. You could attain Lightfoot Key. Come, let me show you. I am a normal person, just like you. Dream big. That's what freedom of getting through a barrier does. That barrier at Lightfoot Key Gate, I didn't go through there till I was 40, brother. I don't know about you, but I was 40. I was a grown man with children before I was able to get in there. And I got in there through Mr. Bacon and his friends because they had a mission. Their first mission was to stop the Clifton Key people. But when I asked them to help me and to help and finance something for me that I would be willing to pay back. Mind you, after you stop a man who bringing $500 million into your country, the government blackball me. Let's just don't, we ain't got a fake. In certain circles back then, Vivian Whylly was poison. Or he's a loose cannon. Well, you needed a loose cannon to deal with what they was dealing with. But yet still, they'll turn around and say, I'm a loose cannon. I ain't no more loose. Fayne, you see how much documents I have? I have more documents than them, and I don't hide the fact that I have them. And you know why I have them? Because I know that one day I too shall be no more. So I have to leave a record for the children. This ain't about Vivian Whylly, brother. These people in Lightfoot Key is using that gate to enforce apartheid. People in Lightfoot Key have a special ID that they put into the gate and they swipe it. Okay? If you don't have no ID, you got to show them an ID and they can write it down. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when people like Mr. Nygard come up in the Bahamas and showing Bahamian children, you know that summer camp? Those kids look forward for their day over the Nygard Key. They look forward for it. And you know what? I'm not using the fact that he sponsored them to bring out and bring down Save the Base. What is Save the Base doing for the people? Saving what bay? What bay?
Bimini?
Man, Fayne, you know I don't play the radio. We on the radio. I don't even play with this. Okay? What I'm saying to you is, to Save the Base, people need to stop.
Where's this going? Where's this, Vivian Whylly, where's this going?
This is going to get all these foreigners See, I respect Fred Smith because he is an accomplished lawyer. Ferreira, accomplished lawyer. Paul Moss ain't no dummy. Reverend Moss was on to something with Bahamas Against Crime. This saved the base people. Reverend Moss and all y'all, I know who y'all masters are. Don't trust them. They have an agenda. As long as that gate up to Lightfoot Key, y'all enslaved on the outside, okay? Freedom on the inside. They don't even have lights on the road in the night. They rich. They know that they have a clamp down on Bahamians that, this is something that I will tell you.
You see this getting more and gradually more and more.
We getting back to pre-1967.
And is this where this conversation is going?
No.
You believe that's where this conversation is?
No, this conversation is telling the local people, wake up.
Well, why should they care?
Why?
Why should the brother in Baintown care?
You know why? I just tell you why. Because Mr. Bacon ain't going in Baintown and invite Mr. Moss to come to Lightfoot Key. But Mr. Moss will constantly tell people they doing this out of the goodness of their heart. That's nonsense. It's too expensive. That's nonsense. You know what the new type of slavery is? Job. They pay you enough on Friday
to come back from next week
that you have to go back on Monday. Because you living beyond what they paying you. And they telling you it's your fault. You remember when they tell Kate, now the man done rape Kate.
Slave.
And then rip off her clothes. And she feels so violated, she ain't listen to the man wife because everybody know the master raped Kate because she ain't paying the clothes. They beat her and say it's her fault she got raped. That's what they trying to tell us about them wanting to help us. If y'all don't do what we say, watch what we do to y'all.
Okay, now, and you are sufficiently satisfied, and I'm going to ask this difficult question, that Mr. Nygard is not the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Man, Mr. Nygard is a friend of the Bahamas. In none of them is no wolf. All of them is sheep. Because all of us have the same judge. See, the problem with them is, Fayne, they don't see us as equal. The white, rich, wealthy people, and they call Mr. Nygard an outcast because he don't think like them. Mr. Nygard see us as equal. That's the problem.
Vivian Whylly has joined us today to talk about Peter Nygard. He has a personal story. He has a story about the history of this particular area, what it's all about, and essentially it was originally part of a wider experience by black people. This is an interesting twist in this conversation, and I'm going to ask him some difficult questions. One or two difficult questions about the personal politics of this all. 6764153, 6764199. Feel free to call us and join the conversation. Vivian Whylly, I remember vividly at the height of the conversation about the Aga Khan, no personal attack or invective being hurled at the Aga Khan in his personal name. In his personal name. I don't remember that ever happening in the years that I've been a citizen of this country and I'm being aware of the things which are going on in this country. I've never seen that kind of thing take place. It appears to be happening now.
This is a dispute between Peter Nygard and Louis Bacon.
That's the question I want to answer.
And
that's the question.
The lawyers are making money, and the radio stations are making money. And
but are we being manipulated, though?
No.
This is just this is just Louis Bacon.
Those of us who know the slave master mentality will know to keep away from it. Mr. Bacon wants you to work for him, but you can't sit at the same table with him or eat the same food with him when he eating it. You could get the leftovers, you could get the crumbs, but you can't sit with Massa Bacon. Oh, I know them well.
Yeah, I've heard the stories.
Yeah,
about the Audubon
I know
Society
them well.
and
I know them well.
Is it his grandfather or the great-grandfather? 676-4153, 676-4199. We're going to go to the telephone lines and just see what the callers or they may be interested in asking. Good day and welcome to the show. Hello?
Thompson.
Sir.
How are you, sir?
Not bad, sir.
Not bad. Good afternoon to you, guest, Mr. Whylly. You said it is
Vivian Whylly, yes, sir.
Vivian Whylly. Yeah, but let me ask Mr. Whylly a question. I know Mr. Whylly's selective on his answer when he said.
Who am I talking to?
Yeah, who is this caller? Who?
This is just a regular caller.
Okay, fine. Well, I mean, give us a name. Give us a name. You want me to call you regular caller?
Call me regular caller.
This is regular caller.
I have a question of Mr. Whylly.
Sure.
When you say somebody is a friend of the Bahamas, how that sort of, you don't think that's something you should refer again to the minister should be answering? How do you determine who's a friend?
Am I a Bahamian? Yes. So I have my opinion. Do I have a vote? Do I vote?
What qualifies that?
Mr. Regular Caller, it is my opinion. My. It ain't no question. I ain't no politician and I ain't no preacher. Because I know the way to hell. And if you don't vote for me, I can tell you I ain't doing nothing for you.
In other words, okay, but caller, do you have another question or comment before you go?
Well, that was my main question on him to qualify somebody he says is
Well, caller,
it's a matter of opinion.
Caller, I wonder if I could get into it this way. And Vivian Whylly doesn't need me to help him, but I tell you what. I think it is fair to say that not only has Mr. Nygard given out numerous, perhaps hundreds, private scholarships. Let me finish. Not only has he made it possible for the 4x1 ladies team to become victorious in their training and so forth years ago. I'm talking about the Golden Girls. Not only has he taken of his time to invite Bahamians into his home to do even other things in terms of helping in their medical care and expenses. I ain't got to call no names, but I think it's safe to say that Peter Nygard is responsible for millions of dollars of just philanthropic work in this country. I think that's in the public record. I don't think no one disputes that. I don't think Louis Bacon disputes that. Millions of dollars of philanthropic work, just giving money away. Millions. Millions.
You ain't gonna trap me, but no funny talk. No. Let me tell you straight up. You see me today, same way yesterday, same way tomorrow. I ain't into the politics, because if you don't vote for me, I ain't supporting you. And I ain't no preacher, because I know the way to hell, and if you want to know, I can show it to you, because I've been there.
Any other?
Yeah, Mr. Thompson, my question really was leading to the fact that if somebody is a friend of the Bahamas, right?
Yeah. That's not a fact. That's an opinion.
Well, it's not I'm not calling Mr. Thompson your show to argue.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, okay. Shouldn't it be something that those that are of our leadership, of this country, shouldn't it be promoted?
You need to talk to the leaders. Me and Mr. Thompson on the radio show. If you have a question for the leaders, ask the leaders.
Caller, Mr. Regular Caller.
Okay.
You done?
Okay, Mr. Thompson. Okay, thank you, sir.
I appreciate that. Listen, what I want our listeners to listen to.
I'm no politician.
No, but I think Vivian. He had some fair questions. I think it had to do with the fact that some people are of the view that Peter Nygard somehow has taken advantage. Let me say this. That Peter Nygard is not good for the Bahamas. That this is not a good thing, and is leading in a negative direction. That we know, Vivian. You, not just myself, but most people who are familiar with the philanthropic work, we know that's not the case. But he's fair enough to ask the question.
If they listen, if you ask me a question and ask for my opinion,
you're gonna give an answer.
I could give you my opinion. I don't think so.
Okay, we have with us Vivian Whylly today. We're talking about this brouhaha which developed, and why is it important? Let me tell you why it's important. Because I think the very conversation we're having today shows how important it is. It's not just about some man with a bunch of money. Bear with me. It's not just about a man with some money. It's about a story which tells a negative or a positive story, a positive tale. We just can't reduce people to, well, it's secreted land without more, and that's it. There's much more to that story, and I think that's basically what this is all about. And so as far as I'm concerned, let's be a bit more realistic. And also, if you want to Google what he's done in the country, press the button. It's called Google. If you just press the button, Google, you will see exactly what we're dealing with. And yes, I do take a position on this. I don't hide it.
Mr. Thompson, what I have here is an application for Mr. Nygard to resume building his house. It's quite apparent to me. I ain't scared. I like Martin Luther King. I know the danger when I see it. That's why in any form, when they come with these funny questions, I tell them I ain't the government and I ain't gonna answer. Okay? I could die once. A real man dies once. A coward dies every day. Mr. Nygard's request has been put in the newspaper.
Give the date. Give the date.
On
July
June the 18th, right?
2014.
And this should have been done with.
A long time ago.
No, 21 days. It should have been done with and adjudicated over.
An extension has been given.
An extension has been given.
For 21 days.
For another 21 days.
Yes, for the public to step forward.
Now, I put it to the Bahamian people, let's put the accreted land aside. Let's put where Peter lived aside in Lyford Key. If somebody house burned down,
they get a response faster.
come on, Bahamas. Peter Nygard is a human. His house has been burnt.
And
he wants to build it back. They start talking about he want to put a stem cell hospital. See, gossip is one of the most detrimental things in black people's life.
Okay, let's go to the telephone lines. We have one call on the line. Hi, caller. Good day and welcome to the show. Real quick, it's getting a little short. It's getting.
You're talking about Google, right?
Yeah.
I could let you know about YouTube. Here's a clip from Nygard, mate. Just a couple seconds. Let me show you how this brother is from inside. All right? That Mr. Who we need him again?
Mr. Whylly.
Okay, listen for a couple of seconds.
Hello, caller.
Yeah.
How is that important? How is that important, caller?
How's it important by what?
You want me to listen to something? Please speak or ask a question.
I want you to hear the clip of
No, I don't want to hear it because it may involve profanity, and I can't allow it to run on over there unless I know what it is. I can't do it. I could lose my license.
I didn't know that.
Well, okay. Are you finished? Thank you. Okay, caller. Let's go to the other line. Good day, caller, and welcome to the show. Oh, they're gone. This thing, Mr. Whylly, this is getting hot, man. This is getting hot, man.
Mr. Thompson, this is the addict's prayer, and I can say it over the radio. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Okay. Let's go back to the telephone lines. Vivian Whylly is with me today. Fayne Thompson in the afternoon. Good day. Speak to me.
Good day, Doc.
Speak to me, man. I can barely hear you.
We are talking about a little bit of land in the Lyford Key area. Let me give you a little scenario.
Certainly.
You can either jot it down or follow along.
Go ahead, sir.
Let's start at the Montague entrance.
Yes.
For those of us who remember, we used to have what was called a sea garden there.
Yes, that's true.
Where glass bottom boats took tourists and made their
That's
livings
right.
and their children.
I remember as a child.
Houses and what have you.
Yes, sir. I remember that, sir. I do remember that.
That land is accreted land.
Yes,
now.
it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
If you leave that point and continue westward on the Paradise Island side of our harbor,
Multiple locations for accreted land. I take your point.
every lot on that land has accreted land.
Indeed. Paradise Island. Not Paradise Island. Sorry, Cable Beach. Cable Beach, the actual
Wait,
hotel.
wait. Let's
Yeah.
follow it gradually. If you come to the New Providence side,
Uh-huh.
from the Montague foreshore, continuing down,
Accreted land.
every yacht basin,
Yes.
every yacht club,
Yes.
every yacht haven,
Yes.
even the government Porter's Key, Malcolm Park, below that, the crocodiles, the whom have you and what have
And
you.
every lot on the beach in Lyford Key.
The Simonette, the former Simonette shipyard, the Mara dock, the Moscow dock,
All agreed. Arawaki.
Robert's dock that used to be.
I gotta go, caller. I gotta go. Wrap it up for me, please.
And what I'm saying is, all of those are created land.
Yes.
Almost 100 or 200 acres.
Yes.
And we are quibbling about someone who, watch this, who has asked to lease or buy. Not just did it.
Not take
They
it.
are asking us,
Yes.
can I lease this or buy it? So we have the opportunity to say, you can lease it, and it still remains ours.
Yes.
The others are not ours anymore.
Thank you, caller.
I thank you very much, caller. Caller, you've hit the nail on the head. I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say before we go? Real quick.
Whylly, keep up the work.
Thank you very much.
Be strong.
Thank you very much. You have another caller? 30 seconds, caller. No? The other caller is not there. Listen, Mr. Whylly, you've been a fantastic guest. Any final thoughts?
The gentleman at the end summed it up. This don't have nothing to do about nothing. They making it something because they have the money to do it. Ask Mr. Bacon to put all this money in the scholarship fund for people to go to BTVI. All the lawyer them doing is making money. Or College of the Bahamas.
Or cut a check for a foundation for the College of the